Hey everybody, it's the Man Master. I'm doing a second video today because I haven't done any videos in a while. And this one's also about the about the Ukraine thing, because that's the new thing we're supposed to be paying attention to, not the COVIDs anymore. Oh, And thankfully, I could walk outside my door and go to a bar without having to show my card, or wear a stupid piece of cloth over my face. You know, well, victory, I guess, but gas prices will be like 10 times higher or something. Who knows? But anyways, this one's about the whole. It's a positive video. It's about what I see happening on the internet and with some politicians, and I think this is probably going to be the case for the most part, because after these 2 years of the whole virus thing, and I've been on this side, the right wing side of that, supposedly, right? Supposedly, I mean, there were a few leftists or left wingers or whatever not into what they were doing and the mandates and stuff, but for the most part, I've been seeing is this, well, you're against all this stuff, and I'm sure people just think terribly of me, but that's fine, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, right? Alexander Tot, Um, anyways, this one is a call for unity and just like an affirmation of the idea that I've seen. Even like Hassan Piker, who I used to hate because of his uncle and just a lot of the stuff he's just kind of cringy, has called for restraint, has said, fuck the no-fly zone idea. It's so stupid and so strategically bullshit that it needs to be highly mocked. And Taro Warwick, Six Hexenhammer, Razor Fist, Hassan Piker, Roy Rokana. I'm sure there's other actual leftists too, like progressives or leftists are against the idea of this kind of escalation that they're calling for. And this is really going to test the metal, not the heavy metal, but the metal, M-E-T-T-L-E, of our political system and alliances. And I think what's going to happen is that we're going to see these alliances come about, and they're necessary for things to go forward in our world, in my opinion, because one thing that unites us, people, leftoids, as Tarl Warwick probably calls them, Trumpers, some Trumpers, not all of them, some of the Trumpers, libertarians, and just people, rationally minded, moderate people of all political stripes. We're against the neocons, and the neoliberals are two sides of the same coin. Okay, one wants more war in general, but they also want a lot of what the neoliberals want, and that's corporate control and control of resources for the elites and stuff. The other side wants a little less war, but still wants that control, right? And these two things are the same side, or two sides of the same coin. And I see this alliance, going. It's going to happen. You just watch the next few months. We're going to have. And my, feeling how I have the last 2 years, I'm starting to see people kind of go a little more sane about this topic, who I used to disagree with on the other topics that I've talked about on this channel for 2 years. And it's a breath of fresh air, because I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit better. Because, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, because I don't like hating people, but it's been easy to hate some of these people. And I'm not talking about like the Newsoms of the world, because they'll probably just do whatever the polls tell them. If the Americans want a no-fly zone, they'll probably support that, right? But I'm talking about the people that want restraint in this war. They do not want they do not want a no-fly zone. They do not want to escalate. They don't want to treat Russian Americans like second-class citizens. They don't want to have to change the name of Russian restaurants and all this crazy shit. All this just the past few weeks have been going on, and people getting fired for not like renouncing Putin right away or whatever. RT being banned in countries and stuff. And who knows what YouTube is going to think of this video, but there's going to be a unity of these people that people, if the war does escalate, there's going to be a unity you've never seen amongst these people. I mean, you'll have the Rokanas and maybe even like AOCs if she comes to her senses. I don't know, or I know like Omar, Ilhan Omar is not loved by a lot of the watchers, probably the watchers of my channel, but she came out against the freezing of assets in Canada, and I'm sure like someone like that, some of these people, some of these leftoids, will come out against further escalating a war and getting the United States involved. And that's the most rational and intelligent stance you can have. And then it'll join forces with the Rand Pauls and, the people, the more populist kind of libertarian types. And we're gonna knock, we got to knock these people out of office. These neocons and neoliberals. They've really, I mean, right now, it's you can argue about the environmentalist aspect or climate change and stuff. You can argue about that all day, but there's no denying the fact that neoliberalism and neoconservatism in how they're implemented in the West and all the baggage that goes with that is a threat to the world, period. Threat to our survival. It's a threat to our survival. And with the threat of nuclear war, I mean, imminently a threat to our survival. So these alliances are necessary. And, I know people hate the progressive liberals, the woke liberal crowd. They do a lot. They do some stupid shit, right? I mean, I want to separate that from like the woke corporatist crowd, like that wants to, destroy He-Man or whatever the fuck, Masters of the Universe and that Star Wars and stuff. And that's a different, I know that's a tangential thing, but it's a different reasoning behind that. I don't know why they do that stuff. I don't know what the agenda of that is. I don't understand it myself. I don't know what they're trying to do with that stuff. Because, like, that's on a different subject, but, like, that just, I mean, I watched movies. There was, like, Mandy that came out a couple of years ago, or, like, these horror movies from A24. It's not all, like, black transgendered women in a wheelchair who are the protagonists of the films or something. It's not like some huge, oh my god, the diversity of these films, but it's these like corporate movies, these corporate brands that are trying to be like, they try to mess with them and then they try to kill the male character early in the movie or later. That's what's happening. It's this like cliched like thing, this template that they're using, which I don't give a fuck about, really. It's this culture war bullshit fighting about that. But I'm not talking about that side. I'm just talking about actual leftists, actual sort of loosely progressive people that are calling out the idea that we would actually do a no-fly zone or actually go to war with Russia. Because it has become, the drums of war are being pounded upon right now. And it's very dangerous, in my opinion. And it's just, I went overnight, all these people on Facebook started putting the Ukraine flag on their profile. I just got so annoyed. So, and it's not like I'm a Russia lover or something. Or you're a Russia lover, you're a Russian anti-vax Nazi, man. Oh my God. Just like Russell Brand and Jimmy Dore and Glenn Greenwald, you're just a problematic Nazi. Okay. Well, tell that to my Ukrainian Jewish ancestors. It's the truth. It is true. It's true. And tell them I'm a Nazi. Okay, or the whites, you're crazy. I mean, I do have that Antifa book right there if you can see it, but I never read it. I don't know. I might sell it. I mean, the book by Andy No. But yeah, it's just stupid, and the rhetoric has gotten just insane. But like I'm saying, I think that cooler minds may prevail. It seems like they are, and I'm surprised. I was on, there was some Bernie page that I subscribed to years ago. I was like, and of course they were talking about wear a mask, months back, or, there's these anti-vax Nazis, they talked all that shit. But about this, man, they are totally, totally spot on talking about, all the stuff with U.S. foreign policy and NATO. And you can argue if the NATO thing really caused this or not, if Putin is just a tyrant and all that stuff, and that's fine. There's a gray area there, but the fact that they're calling out the two polar, the conglomeration of neoliberals and neocons that are calling for, like, Swalwell is like, oh, we gotta support, we gotta do a no-fly zone. These people calling her Cenk Uygur, even though his nephew is not. Of course, I don't know if Cenk Uygur said he wanted a no-fly zone, by the way. But we have cooler heads prevailing, like Kyle Kulinski, and then and then, obviously there's some leftists that are like, Putin did nothing wrong. I'm like, it pisses me off. Like, what's her name, Florina or whatever. Forgot this person that was I do like her commentary for Florella or whatever. I forgot her last name. I watched so many different people about this stuff. It's just like insane. But yeah, I think cooler heads are prevailing. I think Kyle Kulinski and Hassan can agree, or Shoe on Head, or Breaking Points, or Glenn Greenwald, or Michael Tracy, or fucking all these people, just like, or even these Bernie supporters, like this. It was a Bernie page from San Francisco of all, the most like hardcore, people of all, probably, about a lot of this other stuff over the last 2 years. But hey, they had the right take. I'll take it. People are getting the right take. This is a good moment. This is a good moment for unity, because this is like, we're seeing these people, just their naked ambition towards the defense contractors, the people just trying to, call for this war. I was just checking a message that I got on this phone. I'm going to start filming on my computer again pretty soon, by the way. So the people calling shit out right now, all across the board, all across the spectrum, on YouTube or articles, calling shit out. The Progressive did a great article, like a month ago about this whole thing. But, you might have Ron Paul come out with a video that says a lot of the same thing. This is a good moment. This is what I'm trying to say. This is a positive move. Now, all the people in power, it's calling for all this stuff. They're risking the world, our very existence. And I don't mean, I don't know if it's that. I mean, I don't know if it's that cut and dry. I don't know if Putin would actually click the button, press the red button, but probably be more likely to if there was a no-fly zone. And Pravda, like their propaganda over there, they were talking about these like nihilistic kind of almost like pro-nuclear war like articles and stuff. And I don't know if that's just, they're just bluffing and they're just trying to scare people and stuff. Of course, there's probably a part of that. It's propaganda after all. But we should not risk this. I mean, it'd be so stupid. And after all these years, it'd be so ironic if there was people talked about like Trump causing a nuclear war and stuff, and Trump was a military, was going to have martial law and all this shit. And it's like, wouldn't it be funny if Biden actually did all that stuff? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, but yeah, that's what I have to say about that. And I think we need to not be drawn into something that's going to destroy the world. I'm sorry, And I ordered an Aria CD from Russia like a couple of days ago, and now I can't get it because it's a metal band from Russia. Because I was just like, I'm going to support the Russian people that are going through a lot of shit right now themselves, and and now it won't ship to the United States anything from Russia. I'm like, holy shit. So because I was getting into Aria anyways, I wanted to buy more of their albums. That was part of it too. So I was like, what an opportunity now to buy one of their albums. It's kind of hilarious, but and I'm not saying that about Ukraine. I actually, these are from Ukraine. And I was almost going to buy more because I have ones that well, I'm not gonna. It's they got to be really like not these ones, but there's other uh what's it called other bracers that I have that kind of smell weird. I don't know what happened to them, and they are from Ukraine. I wanted to wash them, but then I was like, I'm gonna buy another pair anyways, so I was gonna buy a different color pair because I have like 3 or 4 different colors, and there's like these Celtic design on it if you can see it. And there's some with Viking. This guy Stalaglide, and he's from Ukraine. And I feel bad because I'm like I bought like all these bracers and I wear them all the time, and it's like I don't know what's gonna happen. So, anyways, I'm just blabbing, but that's about all.